Yo, peace and blessings. It's your boy Burnell Washburn back with another spectacular, magical episode of Creative Success. I'm so excited to share this inspiring message with you guys today. I'm recording this one vertical so I can post on IGTV and YouTube because I think this is going to be a good episode, and I'm just feeling the magic right now, and I really wanted to share some words that'll uplift and just add some good vibes to your day and maybe make you think a little bit. So first story before I get into the main thing I was going to talk about is I keep seeing hummingbirds. I first saw them in dreams, then I had a couple sightings, and then I saw a piece of art, and then I saw some and I took a photo and I posted about it, and someone sent me the symbolism of what hummingbirds mean, and to stay sweet and stay agile, easy to adapt, be able to adapt really quickly because they can fly in all different directions. They look past the bitterness to find the sweetness, and they kind of just bring light and joy and good vibes, and there's a lot of cool symbolism with hummingbirds. So anyway, then I had another sighting, and then I went into this shop to check out just some stuff when I was waiting for brunch, and one of the first things I noticed was this hummingbird painting, and it had a dope quote on it, and I was super just stoked on that, looking up the symbolism even more and just vibing off the hummingbird situation. And then last night I was supposed to go somewhere, but my heart told me it's not the place and time right now, so don't go there. So I rescheduled a plan, and then ended up being home later than I was supposed to, and I randomly got inspired to go on a walks, just follow my heart for no reason, I always talk about. If you get these random little intuitive feelings to do something, just do it, because you never know what it will lead to. So I get inspired to go on a walk, right as I open my door, 2 hummingbirds fly in front of me, and I've only ever seen one at a time before. This time there was 2, almost flew into me. And I'm oh my God, I pull out my phone to take some photos and videos. And what time is it? It's 8:24 p.m. My most luckiest number. I was born on August 24th, 8:24. And it's the name of my upcoming album. And it's just my most synchronistic number. Whenever I see that, I know I'm on path. I know everything's working out. I know I'm tuned into the divine magic of the universe and all that. So I see these 2 hummingbirds right at 8:24. I get tons of photos and videos. They're on my Instagram if you want to go check them out. Just at Burnell Washburn on Instagram. You can catch the hummingbird vibes, but it was crazy. So I see that, and then I randomly get inspired to come film this video right now. I wasn't even going to talk about the hummingbirds. I was going to talk about something completely different, and then which I'm going to still talk about in just a second, which is a beautiful law of attraction manifestation success story, or just an awesome, beautiful story beyond the hummingbirds. But anyway, I got inspired to come film this video on this success story, and right as I went to pull out my camera to film this video, a hummingbird flew right in front of me. Yeah, I'm serious, yo. And I keep telling everyone, on my Snapchat and my Instagram, the more you bask in the magic of life, the more magic gets revealed to you. So it's kind of your reticular activating system. The more you notice something, the more you focus on something, the more you're going to see it. But it's especially true on a spiritual sense, when you're kind of eating clean and intermittent fasting and taking cold showers and meditating and practicing yoga and exercising and being out in nature and following your bliss and doing what you were called to do on this planet. You start to open up even more gateways to the spiritual divine messages from the universe, at least I feel like. And a lot of this stuff might sound like a lot of woo-woo crazy stuff, but that's really stuff that I believe in. I used to hold back on talking about that stuff especially on videos, because it's not certain people like to have everything proven by science and all that, and there is science behind most of what I talk about, but there's also some spiritual magic that I can't fully explain, that I just know is beautiful, and I want to not be afraid to talk about that. So I hope if you guys are down with that kind of shit, then you'll like a lot of my upcoming videos. So anyway, what I was going to really talk about on this episode was a law of attraction success story, if you will. I've kind of like even grown past thinking about the law of attraction necessarily, but it's still a lot of people are inspired by like the law of attraction stories. I'm kind of more into like a reality transurfing wavelength right now, but that's neither here nor there. We can talk about that in another episode. But anyway, I have a success story that's pretty cool, involving money and abundance and prosperity. So, long story short, I realized I was like on a scarcity frequency for a long time. I kind of had this deep programming of scarcity mentality since I was a little kid. Just came from a good, hard-working family, but we just never felt like we had enough, and money was always a stress. And so I had like kind of a lot of deep-rooted scarcity mindset programmed into me, and I never felt like there was enough, and I could never seem to have. I'd always just have just enough to get by. You know what I mean? Which I'm always blessed and grateful for, but like I never seem to have like much more than that. It's like I have just enough. And, life will never pay us more than what we think we deserve. So I had this subconscious belief that I only deserved to get by, and I didn't deserve anything beyond getting by because that was indulgent or greedy or this and that, which is not true at all. But that was kind of my deep-rooted beliefs. Long story short, I started uncovering those a lot over the last even year or two, really. And like last couple months, I've been doing a lot of spiritual work and clearing abundance blocks and doing deep guided meditations and like listening to a lot of prosperity affirmations, listening to binaural beats at isochronic tones and Tibetan healing bowls and different frequencies that unlock abundance. I started studying feng shui, started restructuring my house and my decorations, and created a little wealth corner in my house where I like put super vibey prosperity type of decorations and things. And you can look up like where your wealth corner is in your house, based on the principles of feng shui, and you can put stuff there too. But basically, I was listening to this I could like talk for like hours on this, but I'm trying to make the episode fairly quick, and I don't want my phone to die. So basically, long story short, I heard this girl who I think she calls herself like an abundance witch or something like that, and she's like a multi-millionaire but like spiritual guru, badass boss babe chick. And I heard her talking on this podcast about how she was avoiding her mailbox for the longest time because she associated that's where all my bills are. That's where all my bills are, and it was like negative energy for her. And so I heard that, and I was like, damn, I do the exact same thing. I never want to look at my mailbox, and every time I think about my mailbox, I think, oh, there's more bills and collection notices and overdraft fees and fucking just shit that I don't want to see. So I was avoiding my mailbox too. And how she transformed her situation, like one of the ways at least, was that she started blessing her mailbox and started just like sending good energy. And every time she walked by her mailbox or even looked at it, she would like do a little happy dance and like kind of just celebrate in her mind as if she just like received a check and just got paid to do what she loves. So she started blessing her mailbox and doing things like that. And I started doing the exact same thing. Every time I walked past my mailbox, I just pretended that I was getting a check for like the value that I've provided to society and how I've been helping and uplifting people, and like just feeling so grateful. And no joke, every single day that I kept getting these notices from my bank that were like basically saying your account is negative, and they kept sending them every fucking day for some reason. It's like, I know my shit is in the negative, fam. Like, and like overdraft fees and whatever, because other charges are trying to go through, and I just kind of like didn't have money in there for a while. You know what I mean? It's hard out here, but no, it's really not. But anyway, I started like pretending that every time I got these little notices from my bank, and this is kind of over the last few weeks, every time I got one of these, I would pretend that it was a check, and I'd get way stoked. Every time I even like walked past my mailbox, I would send like good energy towards it and like bless it, and just kind of pretend that like abundance and prosperity was flowing in there. And then I just kept doing what I love, following my heart, kept putting out as much value as I can, kept trying to help people, not worrying about where the money's coming from or whatever, and like trying to just help as many people as I can, and following my bliss and doing, answering my higher calling and that. And just doing these affirmations. I'm listening to all these positive affirmations about finance and prosperity and just the energy of abundance and that. And like, craziest thing, today I go out and I'm literally listening to prosperity affirmations, and I see my mailbox and it triggers me to get excited. So I'm like, oh yeah, there's checks in there. I'm gonna go check it. I love all this. I was just pretending, playing mind games with myself because I'm trying to reprogram my subconscious. And then I open up the mailbox. There's another letter from my bank. This time it's like a different shaped letter than normal. And I'm just gonna do my happy pretending. I thought they were gonna send me some more notices or something bad, but I've literally tricked my mind into thinking that it's a check or whatever. So like, anyway, I open up and it's a letter saying, we've courtesy rebated $310 into your account. And I'm like, holy shit, yes. And I just get so stoked. I start doing all these like happy dance, get stoked, go in my house, put the check or the letter about the stuff in my like little wealth corner. And then I pull out my phone and check my bank app to see if it's real, and it's real. It's the money's in there. And basically my account had gotten in the negative, and I was like confused as what's going on. And I called them the other day because there was like some charge I didn't recognize, and then some other thing that like just caused all this change, like chain of fees. And when your account is negative at my bank, they can charge you like an overdraft fee every single day that it's negative. So it just starts racking up quickly. And then my account got like way deep in the negative. So I got paid from a show the other day, went and deposited a check into my account, and it just went straight to overdraft fees. I didn't get to see a penny of it. But I stayed positive. I didn't get bummed, and I took responsibility for where I'm at financially, and just told myself that if I keep providing value, keep trying to help as many people as I can, then everything's going to work out and I'll have the money I need. And I just got on this super good frequency and good vibes where I wasn't scared or worried about it. I was just having faith, trusting, knowing that it's coming, and just kind of sending positive energy to my mailbox and blessing it, all these things. And long story short, I get that money deposited back into my account, and it was fair because like they had basically been charging me overdraft fees based on like some bullshit fee that they gave me in the first place that I wasn't supposed to get. And anyway, I get the money back and I'm just super grateful. And I go to pull out my law of attraction notebook, if you will, or just kind of like my morning journal. And there's like, I look at one of my scripting things that I wrote a month ago, and it was saying like, July's awesome, I'm receiving unexpected checks in the mail. And so I had like scripted about this too. And it just goes to show that like what you focus on really does come into fruition. And if you have faith and you trust in the higher power. Sorry, I don't have my contacts in right now, so if I'm looking at the camera weird or whatever, my bad. I can't really see myself, so I don't know where to focus on. I guess I know where to focus. I should just look at the damn, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, it just goes to show, if you have faith and you trust and you just do what you're meant to do and you keep taking action, keep taking inspired action. It's not about hard work. It's more about inspired action and providing value and getting in touch with your soul's higher calling and like doing what you're meant to do and answering that calling and trying to just stay good with your habits and do the best you can do every day and just have faith that it's all going to work out, you know? I put my faith into the universe and trust that if we give it all we got to give, this shit'll work for us. Peace and blessings. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If this story inspired you at all, please drop an emoji or something in the comments. The comments help the algorithms like show that these videos are valuable and that people like them. So you guys are always texting me and messaging me and saying you appreciate that, and that means the world to me. But if you could even just take a second to drop a comment, that'll help more people see the message, that could get inspired and just grow the tribe, spread the vibe. You know what time it is. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Creative Success tomorrow.